With that said, I am super excited to introduce our next speaker. Eden is a national youth motivational speaker, host of the Real Life Adulting podcast, and founder of Life After High School. She was featured as one of the top 10 keynote speakers to watch in 2021 and is currently on tour as part of her Unshakable You national speaking tour with a mission of helping 1 million students build unshakable self-confidence. CADA Area C, please join me in welcoming Eden Gold.
Got some sweet swag, you guys.
CADA, how we doing? Let's end this event on a really good, fun, energetic note. What do you say? All right. Let's make sure we're all on the same page. If you can hear me, clap once. If you can hear me, clap twice. If you are excited to be here, clap once. If you'd rather be taking a nap right now, clap twice. We're off to a good start. All right. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Eden Gold. Yes, gold, like the jewelry. Basically the only thing shinier than my forehead under these lights. And a fun fact about me is that when I was in elementary school and played the saxophone in the marching band, we got marching band people out here? My audition partner's last name was Fish, so they called us Goldfish. So if any of you are feeling weird or awkward being here today, just know that I felt weird and awkward my entire life. So I want to take you back to a time when I was in high school, but first let's play a little game. Who here can guess how old I am? Let me hear, shout out a number. What? Someone said 63? Who said 27? All right, I am 27, which to me is very young, but to you all I might feel ancient, which is fine. Let me tell you, my spirit is as youthful as ever, all right? And I'll be dropping some knowledge bombs for you today that will have you thinking, dang, Granny's got game, okay? But I want to level with you for a second because middle school and high school can be hard, right? Like asking your teacher if you can use the bathroom and they say, you should have gone during lunch hard. Like your mom telling you to get a job when you don't even have a car hard. And it can be exhausting. Can anybody relate? And you'll find out shortly that, truthfully, I didn't have the greatest high school experience. I didn't. I could have sworn to you that I was the most insecure girl in the world. I was as lost as your mom trying to use TikTok, right? And so the point I'm making here is, I know what it's like to be you because I was you. And it wasn't that long ago that I was you. And for those of you thinking that 10 years ago was in fact a long time ago, this is a one and only time, I'm gonna tell you to zip it, okay? Because I only have one gray hair and I pulled it out. Anyways, in all seriousness, when I look into this crowd, I don't just see students, I see dreamers, fighters, people carrying goals so big they scare you, and struggles so heavy you don't always talk about them. By a show of hands, who here has at least one part of your life that you wish felt different right now? Thank you for your honesty, I see you. I see you background, thank you for engaging with me. CADA, you're amazing. And raise your hand if there's something that you would change tomorrow, if you could. Thank you for your honesty, you guys. What if I told you I could teach you exactly how to do that? Would you give me 20 minutes of your time if you knew that what you were going to learn right here, right now would fundamentally change your life? I appreciate you. Thank you. Now, I'm not here on some pedestal preaching at you. I stand beside you, not above you. I see you all as my friends. Clearly my artwork speaks for itself, right? So my promise to you is that I'm gonna keep it real with you. Nothing I say is meant to offend you, hurt your feelings, or call you out. And if it does make you feel that way, then it might be because it's true. Woo! So over the next 20 minutes, we're gonna dive into not only what it means to be a confident decision maker, a leader of your own life, but how to handle judgment, adversity, failure, embarrassment, and still end up on top. That's what I'm talking about, CADA. Who wants this for your life? Who wants to look back in 5 years and say, I did that, I made it happen? Now, who am I to teach you this? Look, I'm not some scholar with a stack of Ivy League degrees, but I am someone who took a non-traditional path. Someone who learned the hard way that success is not just about a piece of paper, but about doing the work that I had to do to build a life that I am proud of. That's why I founded my company, Life After High School, in 2022, dedicated to helping people like you set actual foundations for your future, whether you're headed to college, trade school, the workforce, or building your own dream. You're a great audience. I love you guys. CADA, you're amazing. The only PhD I got is in persistently hustling daily, okay? Because that's how dreams are built. All right? So CADA and Castle, are you ready to have some fun today? Woo! I'm gonna need you to look to the person next to you and say, hi, I'm Eden. Did someone just say, I'm Eden? I meant say your name. Hi, I'm Eden. Hi, I'm Eden. Now look to them and say, I'm ready to lock in. Are you? Let me hear you in the back row. Now look at them and say, I'm about to glow up. Don't blink or you'll miss it. Oh, some of you are getting into it. Dang. We got some personalities in this room. Oh, hold up. Reconnect the audio. What did I do with Mom, what did I do with my microphone? Oh. Whoops, I just like flung the microphone. We got some Geminis in the room. That's me, let's go. All right, so today I'm gonna teach you the FIRE method. This is your 4-part system to building unshakable self-confidence and following through on your goals even when life gets messy, chaotic, and stressful. Your FIRE, your campfire, is your life force that helps you and guides you to make good decisions. Are you ready, CADA? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. All right, let's start with the F, focus. Let's break it down. You see, life bombards us with distractions, personal stuff, relationships, trauma, you name it. So how on earth do we cut through the chaos and zero in on what truly matters? One word, self-awareness. All right, stick with me. See, to focus on your goals is rooted in understanding your goals. But to understand your goals, we must be self-aware. To be self-aware means to be aware of our thoughts, feelings, bodies, and actions. We must be able to identify the thoughts that we are having and the actions we are taking that are not serving us, and then and only then can we change them. And that took me a long time to figure out. You see, when I was 10 years old, don't look at me like that, I did not go to jail. When I was 10 years old, my father went to prison on a life sentence without parole. To this day, my dad has no release date. What I didn't realize at the time was that I was looking for ways to blame myself. I was looking for the things that were wrong with me until subconsciously my mind went into full gear on concentrating solely on the way that my body looked until the urge to disgrace and reprimand my body became so volatile that I developed a deadly habit just a few short years later. I became bulimic by age 15. I was quickly convinced by both myself and my environment that I wasn't good enough just being me. I was convinced I needed to change something. My face, my body, everything. I was so unsure of everything, yet the one thing I was certain of at the time was that I hated myself. My hatred became my addiction, and one that I carried with me all throughout my high school years and even some college. The binging, the purging, the most brutal self-talk, the self-harm, the attempts at not eating for days, though your girl was never very good at it because I love food. Woo! Yeah, for food! I faced a darkness in my head every single day and nobody knew. It felt almost as if somebody followed me around, continuously whispering in my ear, "You won't have friends if you're fat." And you are. Don't eat that food. If you do, you are a failure, you are disgusting, and you deserve to starve yourself. Everybody is staring at you. Everybody is staring at your flaws. My life became a constant battle with my own self-image as I began to see myself through the lens of my dad's conviction. And while my wrists were not shackled to my waist and I wasn't living in a cement box the size of a parking space, I was quite literally living in a prison of my own making, with walls of shame and guilt shackled by the one thing that seemed impossible to break down: my mind. The mind has a funny way of making us feel like we aren't good enough just as we are, which translates seamlessly into the battle that you face to try and stay on top of your studies and achieve at such a high level when you've got so much energy and emotion just bursting at the seams to come out. But oftentimes it can't, because the second that I show how I'm really feeling is the second that I'm the weird one, that I'm the outcast, which renders me a failure in my pursuit of belonging, of feeling like I fit in, of feeling like I'm enough. So I have a message for you, a message recorded of love and belief in you from a man who never stopped believing in me. And that man is my father, recorded 1,500 miles away over the phone, and he asked me to share this message with you. Can I do that? How's the audio?
Hello, everybody. This is Michael Gould, and I am Eden's father. I'm sitting here trying to figure out how to tap into the different motivations of this entire room of young adults. And I'm not sure how to get you all jazzed about your varying futures. You know, your high school accomplishments alone, they are individual successes, but they're positive steps within the entire society. You know, we're not simply islands existing alone in a sinking A. When you do good things like graduate, it sends these positive vibrations forward throughout the cosmic fabric of our entire collective existence. Your friends and your family and the people all over the state and the people all over the country, man, we're proud of you kids. Look, I'm speaking from a father now, and I'm telling you, we all want you to succeed. I'm supposed to sit here and try to get you fired up? I'm fired up. I mean, look at you guys. You guys keep doing positive things, and I guarantee you, your world won't be such a scary place. Eden, I love you. And now that you've got their attention, why don't you show these kids just how much we love them?
Can we give it up for my dad, Michael Gould, everybody? To change my life, I had to change my mind. I believe Jen Sincero, author of the book You Are a Bad, I'm gonna say but, said it best. Our thoughts become our words become our beliefs become our actions become our habits, and our habits become our realities. So CADA, I challenge you to dream big. I want you to dream a dream so big that people think you are crazy for thinking it. I want you to dream a dream so grand that it excites you, but it terrifies you at the same time. I want you to dream so fearlessly that your aspirations scare away mediocrity and ignite a wildfire of passion within you. CADA, how does that sound? CADA, if you have a dream and you want to share that with me, you can text my business number and it will be anonymous. And if we have time, we will share your dream. Feel free to snap a photo because we got to move on. But am I in a room full of big dreamers right here? Is that who I'm seeing? Also, after the presentation, if you want to text the number later, you can grab one of these little sheets right up here and that has that number on it as well. All right, let's break it down. Let's go on to our I in the FIRE framework. Implement. All right, here we go. You see, dreams without action are just that, dreams. But when you add sweat, effort, and relentless focus into the mix, that's where the magic happens. Now, real quick, stay with me. I want to share with you the silent killer of success. What do you think it is? Shout something out. Doubt. What else? Fear. Embarrassment. I think someone said ADHD. Yeah, laziness. Yeah, it's not laziness, it's apathy. You're all like, what's apathy? Eden, what's that? It's doing nothing. The feeling of, if I just stay here, then I'm safe, which causes us to not take action because it's safer to stay inside of our comfort zone. But friends, listen, there is somebody in a hospital bed right now praying for the opportunities that you have. So do it scared, do it alone, do it before you're ready, do it embarrassed, okay? We underestimate the dramatic impact of choosing to stay the same. Change is uncomfortable, but so is staying the same. So if you, CADA, are already feeling uncomfortable inside of your comfort zone, it's time to change. Because if you're already gonna be uncomfortable anyways, you might as well be uncomfortable at least trying to chase your dreams. But sometimes, we need to hit rock bottom before we realize we need to make a change. Some of you may need to fail one or multiple of your classes before you realize you need to take school seriously. Some of you might get cut from your school sports team before you realize that you should have done the work to prepare long before tryouts, and you could have, but you didn't. Some of you may get into a car with an intoxicated driver, God forbid, or try to drive yourself before you realize the value of your life. CADA, my friends, you are one decision away from a totally different life. One decision, good, bad, and different, doesn't matter. I did not get here on this stage speaking to you by luck. It was a series of decisions that I made that led me to being the reason we are having this conversation today. If you think about all of the people that you admire most in this world, celebrities, teachers, whatever, they didn't get there by luck. You want to know what happened? Write this down. Luck is when hard work meets opportunity. Luck is when hard work meets opportunity. The harder you work, the luckier you get. And look, you can't wait for motivation to strike, because motivation is created, not given. You are not always going to have motivation. Motivation is a fleeting feeling. Feelings are temporary. Are you with me? And it's easy to justify to yourself why that's okay and say things like, oh, I've tried everything. I've tried everything. To which I ask you this, did you try everything, or did you try everything within your comfort zone? So the next time, my friends, that you are finding it difficult to take action in a positive direction for your life, I want you to remember this. Fart. Find a reason to. Yeah, cheers to fart. Let's go. Woo! So the next time you hear that voice in your head that chimes in to oh so graciously remind you that you are a failure and you can't do it and nothing's ever gonna work out for you, I want you to metaphorically look that voice in the face and say, try me, okay? Let's say it together real quick. Actually, no longer are we saying why me. We say, no more why me. We say, that's what I'm talking about, CADA. All right, let's move on to our R in the FIRE framework, relationships. Look, whether it's a professional relationship, personal situationship, entanglement, this is where people either go to grow or crumble. And I am no exception to weird, awkward, embarrassing relationships. Actually, when I was a sophomore in high school, I got caught by a boy in my class looking up how to shave my armpits on my cell phone. Listen, do you have any idea how embarrassing it is for a guy to watch you look up how to shave your armpits on your phone? I have since learned, I see you ladies looking at me, but I have since learned. So what's the point? Relationships, community, conversation, connection fundamentally change your life because relationships are fundamental. In the words of Tony Robbins, the quality of your life is in the quality of your relationships. Pharrell Williams. He was discovered by producer Teddy Riley at a high school talent show. Megan Thee Stallion. Who listens to Megan? She was discovered after her freestyle went viral on YouTube after her mom encouraged her to post it. Check this out. It's not about who you know. It's about who knows you. In today's interconnected world, opportunities often arise not just from who you know, but who is aware of your character, your skills, and your contributions. Being known for your strengths and reliability means that when opportunities emerge, your name comes to mind. But here's the thing though, not everybody has this. And studies show that students who feel a strong sense of belonging at school are more likely to have a higher self-esteem, better mental health, and greater academic success. On the other hand, Lack of those social connections is one of the strongest predicators of suicide among young adults. And I know that that's deep, but that's the truth. So what do we do about this? 1, adopt an attitude of radical acceptance. Because you cannot change what people say to you. You cannot change what people do to you. You cannot change the deck of cards that you've been dealt, but what you can change is how you respond. You can choose your reaction. You can choose to spread love, joy, and peace because you are loved, cherished, and important in this world by being yourself and not conforming. And I can say this with full honesty. This is not what I think. This is not my opinion. Look, I am a child of divorced parents. I get it. My father is serving life in prison without parole. I get it. I have a brother who was addicted to drugs and still is to this day. I get it. My house burned down in 2017 when I was 19 years old. I get it. And I still showed up and made it out. I still worked hard and found my way to build my self-confidence because what I realized is that hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. So, if you want to know what I think, and you've been hearing what I think all day, I think if you're the loudest person in the room, amazing. I think if you're the quietest person, awesome. I think if you're short, like Kate Garnes, awesome. I think if you're the tallest person in the room, own it. I think if you were born with freckles all over your body, rock it. If you were born with an extra appendage on one toe, dude, dope. I think if your teeth are all crooked and it makes you insecure because people look at you weird or they comment on it, why does it matter to anybody else what your teeth look like? Why are they so obsessed with your teeth? You must be pretty popular if somebody wants to spend their valuable time talking about your teeth. Let's be real, CADA. So if you are somebody who bullies others, judges others, or makes fun of others to their face or behind their back, you need to get busy. Okay, we don't have time for that. Write this down. Confidence is silent, insecurity is loud. Confidence is silent, insecurity is loud. So 1, radical acceptance, and 2, start the conversation. Look, I get that starting a deep convo at 9:32 a.m. in 3rd period of chemistry is not exactly the vibe. But you don't have to write a TED Talk. You just need to say something. Because silence protects nobody. And that brings us to our last piece of the puzzle, CADA, emotion. Check this out. The average person thinks about 60,000 thoughts per day. 80% of the thoughts that we think in a given day are negative, and 92% of the thoughts that you will think by the end of the day today are equivalent to the thoughts that you thought yesterday. What does that mean, Eden? It means that we are stuck in a repetitive cycle of negativity. Not only that, we take on the misfortunes, insecurities of those around us as if they are our own. You need to protect your space, and while we're on the conversation, drinking alcohol or bullying your peers is not what successful people do, and certainly won't get you anywhere in the real world or make you cool, for that matter. You want to know what's cool to drink? Water. That's what I'm talking about, CADA. You don't have to be like the people who raised you. You don't have to be like the people who've bullied you. You don't have to prove anything to anybody but yourself. You create your destiny. You create your destiny. So I have a question for you. California, are you ready to start living up to your potential and taking fearless action on chasing your goals and dreams? Are you ready to do it scared? Are you ready to do it even when others don't believe in you? Are you ready to do it together? I need you to look at the person next to you and say, hey, you. Say, you belong. Say, you are enough. Say, you are enough. Now look forward and say, I. Say, am. Say, enough. Say, I am enough. Say, I am enough. Stand up, CADA. I am enough. Say, I am enough. Awesome. I got one last request. One last request.
All right, I'm going to need everybody to say, I can change the world on 3. Now, I've had some pretty loud groups. Do you think you can be the loudest, CADA? All right, here goes nothing. I can change the world on 3. 1, 2, 3. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you so much, CADA. Can I see my phone real quick? Woo! All right, I'm going to need everybody to say, I can change the world on 3. Now, I've had some pretty loud groups. Do you think you can be the loudest, CADA? All right, here goes nothing. I can change the world on 3. 1, 2, 3.